everybody, I'm Whitney Nozhishkova, your personal work coach, and today I'm talking to you about figuring out what it is that you want to do. And this is a really frustrating question for a lot of people, and it really strikes a really raw nerve because it is very frustrating. And there's a sense out there that you should know. I mean, if you know yourself well at all, you know your interests, you should have an idea of what it is that you're looking for. And the reality is that that's not quite true. While of course some people are blessed with, being 10 years old and knowing that they want to be an engineer or an artist, that isn't the reality for most people. And so if you're struggling with this question of what do I want to do with my life, understand that this situation is not unique to you. You are not alone. It is completely typical. It's totally normal. And so I think part of the first step of trying to figure this out is just resigning yourself to the fact that there's nothing wrong with you. If you don't know, it doesn't mean that when the universe was doling out vocations and life callings, you got skipped. So you're normal, you're okay. Doesn't mean just because you don't know what it is right now doesn't mean you'll never figure it out. You don't know what it is right now, and that's fine. So now that you've hopefully accepted that you're totally normal, how do you go about figuring it out? So the real reason that most people don't have a sense of what it is that they want to do with their life has, again, nothing to do with the fact that there isn't a passion that's going to speak to them. It really comes down to the fact that you simply don't have enough information. You have not been out into the world and been exposed to enough work situations or to enough industries or have spoken to enough people. It's you're living your life in a vacuum trying to make a decision and feeling like you should know something without enough information to be able to make that kind of call. So how do you solve this? You've got to go out and start doing some research. And when I talk about research, I don't mean searching on the internet. While you can do that for a day, and I will encourage you to kind of make a list of your interests and sure, spend a day exploring those via Google. But that isn't going to give you the type of real world information that you need to have really valuable knowledge. So what you must do instead is start talking to people. You've got to start talking to people in the industries that sound interesting to you, or people who are in the roles and positions that sound like something that might be fascinating to you. Because while a job can look one way on paper, or a sector can look one way on paper, the day-to-day in the trenches reality is going to be much different. And so when you start talking to these people, and I know it's hard, we're kind of, for whatever reason, we've been kind of conditioned to think that we should just sort of be able to find this information on our own without bothering lots of people. But first of all, you wouldn't be bothering somebody to just say, talk to me for 10 minutes or 15 minutes about what it is that you do and why you like it. And back to what I was saying about talking to people, that you need to make a list of questions. The top 10 things that these people really like about their jobs, and then the top 10 things that they hate. Find out what sort of interests you need to have to be able to enjoy what they do or to work in this industry. You need to find out what sort of skills. If a job is hinges upon being, an organizational whiz and you're not, then even if other conditions around it sound kind of appealing, it's probably not where you belong. So dig in, do some research, talk to people, and get valuable information from them about the industries that they're in. And it's only then that you can start to really understand if that would be a good fit for you or not. And then if you can take it a step further and shadow someone for a day or a week or a month, that's just that much more information that you're going to have that's going to really give you the insight that you need to understand if this is actually a good fit for you. And of course, just shadowing people may not give you the full-blown picture of if this is your life calling or not. But the more you lean in to the experience, the more you lean into what you think interests you, the better. A lot of people, when they're not sure about what they want to do, they kind of freeze up. They get paralyzed. And so they go, I don't want to know what I want to do. I'm just going to kind of hope that something falls into my lap, or if the right role the right role will come to me, or somebody will eventually hire me and it will be all sorted. And it's just the wrong way to go about it. There's a learning curve that people don't talk about for work that needs to happen just as much as if you were learning a new language. When you are 2 years old, nobody expects you to be able to write this fantastic novel with 10 vocabulary words. And it's the same with finding what it is that you really enjoy doing. You have got to get out there and learn what it is that you like. And, like I said, accept the fact that if you don't know, it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that there's nothing out there for you. You just haven't been exposed to it yet. And so keep asking questions. Be inquisitive. Find out what it's like to work in these different industries. Find out what a job is really like. And if that means getting a job and working in it and talking to the people around you, that's what it will take. But the more clear you are on what it is that you would enjoy doing, the better chance you will have of eventually making that happen for you. So it might take longer than I know you want to hear that it's going to take. And I know that you just want to get a job and start working and take a shortcut from, where you are to job of your wildest dreams. But I promise you that if you really value your life satisfaction and enjoying what you do every day, you will put in the footwork. You will go through the learning curve and educate yourself and talk to lots of people and ask lots of questions. And the more you do that, the more likely it is that you will become exactly clear on what it is that you want to do with your life. So that's our pep talk for today. Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, or if you want me to answer anything about tactics, or have something more specific you'd like me to address, please put it in the comments below and I will definitely respond. Thanks.